right here coming down.
What's up, guys?
Hey, welcome.
Good to be here.
I bet it is.
James.
James John Holt. I mean,
What's up, dude?
Good work, man. Good work.
You have no idea.
Good work.
What's up, James?
what time did you get the call?
9:30 last night.
You made it. You flew
Yeah,
in.
what's up, James?
Hey,
Yeah, good
Scott.
to see you.
How you doing?
James. Okay. Oh, perfect. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry, what'd you say?
Do you have a bag?
Yeah?
That's your
James.
bag?
It's not my clubs, but if you want to write them down, you can.
James, you're from New York City.
New York, Scarsdale, New York.
Scarsdale. Okay.
Yep.
Whose clubs are they?
They're head bros.
Okay.
Fly in from New York.
Following the story.
My flight was delayed an hour and a half this morning.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna drive, but that would have been 17 hours and I wouldn't have got here till 1, so
That wouldn't have been worth it. That wouldn't have worked.
that wouldn't have worked.
Did you just leave your
Oh,
car?
right? What?
Just leave,
I wouldn't have made it.
That's what I'm saying. You
Yeah,
just
they're on the carousel just going around.
yeah. Smart play.
What driver does he have? Stel? Can I use driver? Perfect. Thank you. I'll trade with you after the round. Yep.
I pulled all the
1,
head.
2, 3, 4.
Just arrived to replace the withdrawal. James Nicholas by way of Yale. Have a great day, guys. Thank you.
This time, 2025, I'm here a few days early. I flew in last night from New York. I had my US Open local qualifier there. Shot 7 under, medaled, so pumped about that. I'll have my 36-hole qualifier for the actual US Open in a couple weeks' time. But we're here in Kansas City. We have a couple days to prepare. I'm looking forward to this week. Of course, Blue Hills Country Club is a great golf course. The fans are great. Let's get out there. Let's get to the course. Today, 7:50 a.m. Practice round with a couple friends, Nicolo Gleti, Ryan Bernett, and Cody Blick. And then maybe do a little bit of practice after the round. Come back here, settle in, and then have a great week. I know, I cut my hair. There we go. You noticed. How we doing?
Good. I'm doing great.
Good.
If I was any happier, I'd be you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, good to see you. What's up, bro?
Perfect.
Oh. Just kidding.
That's some deja vu. I remember sitting there after the round, having to take an Uber back to the airport to go get my clubs. My boy. Over here.
You have a plan figured out? Like, did they figure out your clubs at all? You're just going
Got
back?
my clubs, got a buddy who's gonna let me stay with him. Don't have a car yet, but I got this guy, so. Yeah, it feels good to actually have a good preparation day and week before the tournament. Hello, how are you?
Good.
I'm registered. James Nicholas is my name.
Yep.
Let's see. Perfect.
Do you need a receipt?
No.
And then if you wouldn't mind signing the flag behind you.
Yep, perfect.
Okay. Oh, blue caddies down here.
What up? Thank you. This is for you.
Rough that's past this bunker, if it happens to go through, as long as it gets past that 312, it's just kind of jumpers over here, and we're probably going to get a jumpy 8 or 9 iron out of there.
I'd rather just,
Send it up there.
Unless the tee's like over there. If the tee's
Yeah.
over there, then I like mini. But if it's not, then we just try to hit driver just left of the bunker.
Yeah,
So
trying to finish on that little
bushy
bushy tree.
Yeah, I just hit a straight one right at the signs on the
Yeah.
next tee. It was a good, last year was great. That's where we met Nicolo.
Oh, I didn't realize he was playing over there.
He played DP last year. Nicolo.
Michael, very nice to meet you.
I already saw you. What up, Ryan?
Hello, how are you?
Ryan Bernett.
Fine. Nice to meet you.
Necesito un agua. Good day for some birdies.
Are we doing a little game here? What's
Don't you worry. Where's Cody?
Cody's grinding.
Whatever you want, Cody. Take your time.
Is this a
4 foot of shit uphill, just hit as hard as you can and hope.
Oh, hi,
What's up? I'm Beas.
What's up there?
Jack, nice to meet you.
Good. Hey man,
This is just a quad group.
James. This is the quad group. I don't think. Yeah. Oh, look at this.
No, I left mine at home.
Wait, what's the game?
Pretty dice?
Pretty nice.
You have dice?
Oh yeah.
Sure. Is it teams?
Nope.
No, sir.
Okay.
Unless you want to do a team thing.
No, I don't know how to do this. You just
Make a birdie and you get the roll of the dice.
great. Love it.
$200 front, -2, 198 front.
Oh yeah, and also no rangefinders this week, so
And that pin is.
you can use it for the
probably-
practice round, but no longer for the tournament.
192, 10 pin.
Yeah, 213 is a down.
Two. So,
So
211.
perfect.
Yeah.
Is it straight downwind?
We feel like we're downwind, yeah.
So what shot?
185 to 190 shot up, end up in the
So
eagle
that's,
to help.
that is a 7-iron.
It's 7, I think, yeah. You can see how it changes from the zoysia to the bent in the front here. Gettable par 5, just you take an aggressive line kind of down left center of the fairway, should leave you 200 yards to the middle of the green, which for most of these guys is going to be a 6 or 7 iron. Green is challenging, so you either hit it on the green or make sure you hit it on the fat side so you have a space to chip. Not an easy hole to chip to if you're short-sighted.
Show Hamas how the game works.
Yeah, go take my money. Go roll some dice.
Was that eagle or was that birdie that you made?
Eagle, birdie, 2 pars.
Twice if you make eagle?
Roll twice, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so.
Even if you roll the same number on both dice, then you get to roll again.
Is you already setting him up? Is that the kiss?
No, but here's another setup. I know the set.
Oh, wow. 11.
Nice.
So you get 110
Is that 11 from everyone?
It's 11 from everyone.
Sorry about that. He gets 2 rolls?
Yeah, because you made eagle.
Eagle.
Well, you get to roll 2 die.
15.
15.
Hey, congratulations.
Average roll of, what is that, 7.5 there?
7.5.
I'll take that.
Good math. Good math.
The numbers. Camera,
I found his secret. Yep.
Oh wow.
We can hit, 3 iron or.
What's that tree straight through? Like if I hit mini straight, does it
It's going to
get
go into
blocked?
the trees, I think. I don't know if it'll get blocked, but it's going to go into that tree. Let's see. It's close though. That's
Well,
like
it should be like
390.
325. It says in the
Oh,
book.
it's through the fairway though, yeah.
Yeah.
The bunker's not that bad. It's
What's a
flattish.
mini? Because the shape of the hole sets up for mini. So I'll hit a mini. I'm gonna try to keep it just right of the bunker, left edge of that tree.
Yep.
Should be pretty good, right?
Yeah. So playing a practice round. I've been here before, but conditions are different. It's much firmer than it has been in years past. So we're just trying to get acclimated to the conditions, see how thick the rough is, see if it's patchy in spots, just get an overall feel of the golf course. Playing with some buddies too, so keep it light, keep it relaxed. If you stress out the whole week, it becomes a very long week. You got 7 days of golf, so again, just coming out here, trying to make a good game plan. That way when Thursday comes around and it's time to actually play golf, we know what we're doing and there's no real questions asked on the tee. I want to take a look on the right side of the fairway just to see if I hit like a hybrid or something out and it goes right, if that tree blocks it. I would agree with you. I think the fairway is very important when the greens get firm.
Yeah.
We'd rather be back in the fairway than all the way up in the rough.
Something way back there, like it's still not that far. We're
We can
110
stop
front from here.
To back pin, doesn't matter. Back
Yeah.
pins hit as far as you can.
Yeah.
But front pins, we need to be in the fairway. Yep, 123. It's got to be down a couple, huh?
It says down 5. Let's play it down like at least 3.
So
about
it's 18.
18. And it's going to release, probably want to land it 12 to something like that.
I was thinking 10
Okay.
to 12, yeah. And then it's going to jump. It's a 100 shot. I have 56-3 wedge.
Get up just a touch.
Sit. Thanks. Thank you.
2 through 4, kind of narrow driving holes, real premium to play out of the fairway. You can hit driver on all of them. You just push it up and have a short shot in, but I think we'll probably hit less than driver on these next 3 holes.
If I hit mini to here, then I've got no shot. And this is 4 steps off the fairway.
Yeah.
Like
I
you
mean,
either got to hit.
you almost don't have a shot if you're in the fairway.
But I mean, what about driver and just like hit it at this tree and hit as hard as you can if you get past it?
I think there's always a good, if you get driver up by this tree, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially back pins, but front pins, you got no shot. Like that front right pin, you can't play from here.
No.
There's like a middle right pin right over that bunker. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
because it is super. Look at this ground; it's super
It's firm.
firm.
So if it gets up here, it might chase even further.
It will definitely chase up further, but you have to carry it 310.
Which is driver.
Yeah.
There's that pin back there. Yeah, I think so. Go on.
Yay! Get me some dice. All right, birdie on 2. I don't know what I'm doing here, but let's see what we got. Are you kidding me? 5. That's horrible. Well, better than nothing. All right, we're here with Nicolo Gleti, hole number 3 at Blue Hills Country Club for the Korn Ferry event this week. Talk us through a little bit about your season, your career as a pro golfer, and yeah, so let's learn a little bit more about Nicolo.
That's right. Was it over this? I mean, not really, but maybe this little tree? Or like between?
That little tree right over there.
Right over that? Okay.
Sick. So good.
Smoke. Very nice, man.
All right, Nicolo, let's go. So Nicolo and I met last year on the DP World Tour. I guess first question was, how has your career gone so far? What status have you had? How was last year? And then what are you looking forward to for this year?
I've had kind of status all over the place. I've played my first 3 or 4 years in Latin America. And then I did 1 summer in Canada. And then I went to the DP with you last year. And then obviously here this year. It's been cool. Been a cool career so far. I've kind of been traveling all over the world, which has been nice. Seen a lot of countries that I probably wouldn't have seen if obviously if I wasn't doing this for a living. So yeah, I don't know. I'm enjoying this year a lot more than last year. Last year was kind of tough with all the travel around the world and just being away from home for so long. But at least here, we're in the U.S. My fiance can kind of travel with me when she wants.
Shout out
just
Paris.
A lot easier. Shout out to my fiance Paris and
both,
Cannoli.
We both have fiancés with names of countries.
Of country. Well,
America,
Paris is a city, but close enough,
Yale
James.
degree.
It's all
Yale
right,
degree.
Mr. Yale, Mr. Yale. But
Places.
But yeah, so this year's been great. I have a lot more friends that I kind of grew up playing with throughout my entire career, which has been awesome. I have my boys Cody and Bernett here, a couple Bay Area guys, and yeah, it's been a great year so far out here.
What's the best part of your game that you feel that's gotten you to this point in your career?
So mainly my ball striking, I'd say, is usually kind of my strong suit. This year it's kind of been a little squirrely, but for the most part, I could say it's kind of been that. Yeah, my short game also, I'd say that kind of helps me a lot when my ball striking does get off, but
Tends to be a good combo.
Tends to be a good combo if it's all kind of clicking at the same time, but for the past year or so, it hasn't really clicked at the same time yet, but it's coming.
Speaking on your long game, what's your current swing feel? what do you tend to work on with your swing? Nicolo does hit driver really well. I remember last year in Kenya, I was hitting like 4 off every tee, and he's like, "Nah, I just hit driver." Like, into this 5-yard wide gap.
Yeah. I hit a lot of drivers. I will say that I'm pretty aggressive off the tee. Mainly just because my confidence with my driver is probably more than any other club that I have, at least for hitting it straight. My 3-wood's a little squirrely, so I kind of just hit the driver because that's the most confidence I have. Right now, actually, I kind of have a problem in my swing that I kind of tend to drag the handle a little bit. So I just had to, that's with my coach this week, actually, and kind of have to feel like I'm not casting it, but I'm like almost throwing it a little bit just to kind of keep the width in my backswing or my downswing a little bit because I tend to get a little narrow and stuff. But besides that, it's kind of really all I think about. Usually I don't have too many swing thoughts.
I mean, that one you just hit, it looked pretty perfect to me. So
yeah, that one was nice.
Seems to be working.
Hopefully we can just keep doing that.
Shout out Nicolo's coach.
Yeah, thank you, Jen.
And then walk me through this, the start of the Korn Ferry Tour season. We actually played together, was it first event of the season?
First event of the season, yeah, first 2 rounds.
Nicolo made the cut on the number. I got to front row seat to watch him do that. And then since then, you've had a couple good finishes. So walk us through how the season's gone so far.
Yeah, it's been kind of an up and down season. I've had a couple decent weeks. I came 15th in Chile, which was nice. It's probably my best finish so far of the year. And then I have another like 23rd, I want to say, then a couple 40ths, and then a few miscuts. So it's kind of been a little up and down. but hopefully we can kind of start getting a little more consistent here.
Yeah, and you guaranteed 12 starts at Q School, so it's nice to at least have those to start the year.
Yeah.
So you don't really think about the reshuffle.
Yeah.
You've played well enough to not think about it, and
Yeah,
you know we've
which
got
is
tons of
huge.
events left. So
Yeah, so we got not even halfway through the season yet, so it's not the best start in the world, but it could be worse. So I'm fine, I would say, for having a whole half of the season to go.
100%.
So yeah.
And then what event are you looking forward to most this year? First year on the Korn Ferry Tour.
First year, I'd say I played the one in Colorado before already, and I really liked that one. So I'd say probably that one is a pretty sweet course. I haven't been anywhere else really, so I don't really know what to expect. So it's hard for me to kind of pick where I'm excited to go. But Colorado, I know that course is pretty sweet, and I got some people out there that I can stay with, and they're great. So yeah, it's going to be a good week.
And then you're going to teach the audience one of your go-to shots, whether it's off the tee, around the greens. So what is it? And then follow him and walk them through it.
Okay. Well, usually for me, I would say it's some type of short game, but I know my friend Bernett here wants to do the bunker game. So I guess we can do some type of chipping if you want.
Why don't you walk through? He's got a little fiddly wedge shot after hitting an awesome drive.
We'll show you that then. Welcome to the show. Am I at 170? At 183. Is this me? Yeah. That's you. James. How are we doing back there? I don't know. Don't put that on camera. How far do we got, Manny?
69 balls.
We got 69.
The perfect number, yeah.
The perfect number for a soft little 60. So 69, the greens are kind of bouncy, so I'd probably want to try to land this about 63 or 4 to be safe and have hopefully like a 10 or 15 foot bounce and then kind of just stop on the second bounce. So we'll try to do that here. Try to keep it a little bit low just so we can kind of control that first bounce so we can just know what we're going to get, and aim a little left because it looks like it breaks right here a bit. How's that? That's all right. Hit it how I wanted, just a little too hot. We're dancing? We're dancing, bailando. Gotta make it for the camera. For my hole, for my feature hole. Wow. No. My biggest advice for kids that's trying to make it in high school or in middle school is just to keep grinding, really. You never really know, even if you're not that good right now, let's say. I have a lot of friends that weren't very good in middle school or high school, but they just kept grinding and kept practicing. No matter where they went to school, they were still able to make it out here or even onto the PGA Tour. So even if you're at a little bit of a lower level right now, just don't let that affect you, really. Just keep staying with your process and just keep grinding, and you never really know where you can make it in this game. Cool, yeah.
So like these back Beas from deep were probably pretty nice.
What's the biggest thing you've learned from caddying on tour about like actually playing golf?
Caddy on tour has taught me that no matter what your ability is, there's always the right smart play. And for these guys, it might be, 10 feet right of the pin. For me, it might be just get it on the front edge of the green and play from there. And so statistically, I can play to a shot that I can execute and I can hit, and it gives me a better chance to score well. And professional golf is all about scoring well, 72 holes, so you have to make the best statistical choice every time you have a shot into a green or off a tee. So it's probably taught me that the most. It's almost center of the fairway now. Between these two trunks, James. So like right over this, where the orange flag is. Either mini, yeah, mini's fine. It's either mini or driver. We want to get it down there, but mini's far enough down there. Okay.
Very nice, James.
Yeah, good ball, because I can keep going. That's good. It's in the fairway today.
I like that. The mini driver's been a great weapon for me so far this year. I use the OG TaylorMade one. So I put mini in the bag during second stage of Q School for the DP World Tour in 2024. And I noticed that my cone with 3-wood was like this. So super long left and super short right. Once I put mini in play, this came down because my spin rate was super high. And then this moved up because for some reason the bigger head, I think, keeps it from ultra spinning. Also, I teed up, so that also stops that ground interaction where you get that super spinny one. So my cone's like this instead of like this. No brainer for me. Hit it much straighter. It never comes out of the bag. Last week in Mexico, I actually took driver out of the bag, so mini is always a staple in my golf bag now.
25-31. So let's put up, I'm gonna write down +6.
And then it's gonna be right here, so we gotta get it on top of that ridge, because
Yeah,
it
it's
is a huge
108
false front.
So 17 on.
Okay, so 31. Is that adjusted?
That's adjusted. It's 25 actual.
Okay, so 31. It's probably a 30 shot. It doesn't look like there's much wind.
There's not much wind. Yeah.
Okay, so we're just trying to hit a 30 on this quad here.
Bite.
Oh, 37. Set! Set! Thanks.
Is it 27 or 37?
37.
Stay up.
Oh,
Good touch.
thanks. Going down this hill.
It's hard to get the ball to stop here.
Yeah.
Like that pin, you might be kind of over there by where Mike is in the front left. Want any more?
Is this another one that long is actually okay?
Long is not bad to that, especially that pin. We can kind of chase it. Let's think if you want to chip a couple from back there.
Yeah, I do. Wait, I shouldn't do a lot of chipping today. Those are pretty good, right?
Those are all pretty good. It moves left more than you think. So these two left pins, I think we're just hitting it middle number here, and if it's a little bit past to that pin, it's fine.
Just covering this front ridge.
Cover the front ridge. If it happens to get back to that pin, fine. Otherwise, this is a reasonable putt to both of these
Because if you
pins.
land on the downslope, you're almost accepting it's going to go over.
Yeah, I mean, I think we could land it right on the flat, but I don't think we try to land it. I mean, if we have some sort of gap wedge in our hand, and maybe.
And if it's in the rough, we're trying to land a front edge.
Yeah.
Chase it back.
Yeah.
Now we got Ryan Bernett, hole number 5, Blue Hills. He's gonna walk us through a bunker shot up by the green, but we're gonna take you through Ryan's story, how he got here, how he's been playing so far, and then just to get to know a little bit more about Ryan. So let's do it. Come on, bud. Let's do it.
A 190, I'm trying to play like a 195 shot. It's gonna land hopefully a couple paces short. Just to get nice smooth, like my stock number is it's like 200 with the 6 iron here in Kansas City. So just kind of come off it a little bit, smooth it out. Yeah, just kind of hold it up against the wind. Kind of like that. Says 99, might be a little deep.
Ooh, a little deep. Yeah, I'm gonna go like 88. I think it's actually gonna release pretty good.
Okay.
The umbrella.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was trying to say.
Sit. Got a flyer.
It's like the end of the wind kind of like died.
So Ryan was a class of 2023 PGA Tour U, first PGA Tour U guy we've had on this channel. So walk us through how that was. I mean, it's a little bit more pressure now in college of trying to get your Korn Ferry Tour card through that.
For sure.
And the opportunities there, so.
Yeah, I mean, like that last semester of college definitely gets a lot more intense now. It's the stakes are higher, so everything's ratcheted up, which is cool. I feel like in a way it preps you for out here. You know, the stakes are just as high out here. So yeah, it was really cool to be able to jump straight out on the Korn Ferry, finish just outside the top 100. So I had to go back to Q school and then ended up back in Americas last year. But was lucky enough, won up in Canada and then finished in the top 10. So I was able to bounce back here.
Yeah, so Ryan's like Matt Anderson. Matt, like you guys met in the last video, got his card through Canada and Latin and PGA Americas. Yeah. So, I mean, walk us through your career. You said you've played on Korn Ferry, then you went back to Americas. Yep. Now you're back on Korn Ferry. How do you think your game has evolved to now, right after those first 2 seasons, getting experience?
Yeah, I think you just have to, I mean, you know how it is. You got to learn how to be a pro, and you got to learn how to not ride the roller coaster, not be as reactionary when things are going well, and even when things are not going well, especially. So just kind of keep into a consistent program, trusting that your game will come around even if it's not quite there yet, and just sticking to the same thing week after week. And also just trying to have fun with it. We're pro golfers, so it's fun after all.
I think all the juniors that are watching this can learn from that, what you just said right there. They get a lot of questions about, oh, how do I go low? And I mean, I think your answer would be, you don't really change anything.
You don't change anything.
Keep doing what you're doing.
You just look up and sign your scorecard, and it adds up to a low score at the end of the day.
And what happens if you start thinking about, oh, I'm 3 under par, 4 under par?
A lot of times you stay at 3 or 4 under par, or sometimes you go the other way. So,
is there a tip that you have, like to help mitigate that, right? To stop yourself from really getting ahead?
I think when you're playing well, you get so into the current shot that you're in.
Yeah. Like process oriented.
So process oriented. Yeah. You just you get so lost in like the number what you're trying to execute, the wind, because there's so many variables. And so if you let off for a second and you're not thinking about all the things you need to execute a good golf shot, you're going to be in trouble. So
100%.
Let alone if you let your mind race and you're thinking about, you know, something that's 7-8 holes down the line. I mean, there's too many things to think about in the current moment to let yourself go to that place.
Well, I want you to walk us through what you're thinking about on this little short game shots. Teach the camera a little bit of short game. So he's got a little pitch from the rough.
Beautiful.
And then he's going to walk us through a bunker shot.
Awesome. Let's do it. We got it's running pretty quick downhill. It's actually kind of a pretty sweet look here. It's kind of an infinity green going straight towards the water. Everything's running down towards the water, downhill lie. So really just trying to get kind of soft in here, get the hands a little lower, make sure I keep rotation, getting it to land nice and soft, and then chase kind of down that hill. So get here, open that face up, get a little further away from it. From there, just keep the weight forward and try to rotate. Landed nice and soft. Let's see if we can get a little trickle. Yeah, snuggled up there, pretty nice. So that was a good one there. It's kind of actually an interesting shot because we're short-sighted here, but there's actually not that much green to work with. So we got to fly it a little bit further, but we still got to get it to land soft. So getting in here, keep the face nice and open. Sand's a little softer out here this week. It's actually one of the biggest things for us to adjust to week is the sand, because I mean, especially, you know, going to South America, the sand's so different. So you got to kind of play it a little differently, whether you're getting a little steeper, a little shallower. So here, I like to get the ball a little more forward in my stance than most guys. A lot of people will talk about like ball position. I think it's really more, you know, where the ball is compared to your weight. So I like to think about it of matching up like the buttons on my shirt here and matching those up to the ball. That'll help you, you know, get nice down and through it and be able to throw the ball up in the air too by keeping the ball on the front foot. So we'll open it up here. Into that front disc, that weight heavily forward. Yeah, so basically because there's a lot of sand, you can't quite get as aggressive into the sand. So what I do is I basically kind of like rotate my chest a little bit more to shallow out the angle of attack. So basically by doing that, I'm not going to get down into the sand quite as much. And so I'll take a little less sand, rotate it, helps me throw it up nice and high. Yeah, it's just about making adjustments.
All right, last question with Ryan. How's the season gone so far? You've had some good finishes, been up at the top of the leaderboard a couple times.
Yeah, had some good finishes. Haven't closed them out as well as I would have wanted to on some Sundays. So it's been a little frustrating in that regard. I feel like my game's been kind of like better than the results, which is a good spot to be in, honestly, because I feel like once the results start matching up, it'll be a good thing.
Especially with a lot of events left.
Exactly, a lot of events left, so I just got to keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, let's stick with that first tree we talked about, because even if it's on that white stake, that's kind of the best angle to get to the hole. That's perfect.
Thank you.
Really good, James.
Thanks. 180. Yes, son. Still getting outdriven by Nicolo somehow.
We're gonna have him test that driver.
Yeah, we gotta test your driver.
I'm only playing with these guys. I'm the dog in the group.
Not anymore, Brian.
Not anymore.
If I can get to my front side. Very rarely that I get to my front side.
All right, we're at hole number, is this 6? Hole number 6, and I've got a big draw, so I'm gonna walk you guys through how I hit this shot. Obviously, the number one thing about hitting this draw is starting the ball right, because if I start it left, that's no good. So what I'm gonna do is I usually like to let the club come to the inside a little bit on takeaway, which gets my path inside, and then I just from there roll the hands over and exit to the right. So that's just generating my path to go into out, and then I use my hands to close the face. So we're gonna hit a big hook here, try to get on the green. Let's see what we can do. Again, just a little inside on the takeaway, and then roll that club to the left. That was pretty ideal. Let's take a look at this. So 20 degrees of hook. So hooked 20 degrees, carry 235, spin was 4,000. I mean, that was exactly what I was trying to do. And try it on the range, but if you want to hit a cut, I usually pick it up outside. If I want to hit a draw, I hook it inside and roll it over. So I like to keep it pretty simple. A lot of guys have a lot of different things. Ball position, if I want to hit a draw, I put it further back. If I want to hit a fade, put it further forward. Yeah, That was a good shot. Let's go make a birdie and roll some dice. Try my best out here. I'm still down money, so I gotta make this. But yeah, you see how like right of the screen, if you get a bad kick, you can easily bounce like out of bounds. So. Hit it. Oh.
A little bit with the upslope.
So that's what I'm saying. If we
can't block.
if it's over the bunker, it's no good.
Yeah.
But we'd rather get it a little left. So let's hit a couple from over there. Where I'd hit it if I'm in the bunker. Okay. These bunkers are so soft. Again, the most important thing with these bunkers being soft, I'm not sure what Ryan said, but depth. The deeper you go, a lot more sand you get. So I'm trying to just stay a little bit taller. That was nice there. Hole number 7 with Cody Blick. I'm gonna walk you guys through Cody's career, where he stands right now on the points list, how his season's gone, what he's looking forward to for the rest of the year. He's obviously had some great finishes in the past, so learn a thing or two for him, especially on the putting greens. He's one of the best putters out here. So let's go, Cody.
Let's do it. Hit a straight ball, like right over this yellow rope, maybe just right of it, between the bunkers.
Nice, Cody.
Get daddy's money. You wanna go first, or you got?
Sure. Oh my God. All right, 10. There we go. 10 and 5. I have 15 now. That's good. That's what I did on roll 1. All right. Now let's talk to Cody. Here with Cody Blick. Cody, first, just walk us through your career. What tours have you played on? Where'd you go to school?
Yeah.
And sort of how did you get out here?
Yeah, I played at San Jose State. I'm old, man, so I turned pro. This is my 10th year as a pro. Played 3 years in Canada. And, it was kind of funny. My first year out, I kind of cocky young kid, thought I was going to walk through all of this, and kind of got beat up a little bit in Canada. My first year, finished like 70th, went back to Q school. And then the last 2 years, I finished 13th and 12th on the Order of Merit.
In Canada?
In Canada. Then went to Q school that year. And then some crazy stuff happened. Clubs got stolen out of my Airbnb the night before the final round.
Story, yeah.
Miraculously got through Q school.
What clubs did you use?
I had rental wedges from the pro shop.
Dude, no way.
Superintendent's irons.
Did you have a little bit of a cushion going into the final round, or what was?
Oh, no, I was in 75th.
No way.
Yeah. And that was an easy golf course that year too.
Unbelievable.
So kind of a crazy final round, had 9 birdies, 9 pars, shot 63,
what?
made it by 1.
Oh my gosh.
And so anyways, get on this tour, web.com back then.
Yep.
That was 2019. Play the first 10 events and then get 2 stress fractures on my spine. So I'm out for a while. Medical status coming back, COVID year, didn't really play anything. Conditional 2022, got in the second half of the year, and then 2023 went through Q school again. Played well in the Bahamas, almost got a tour card that year.
Yep.
And then had a decent year last year, and here we are in 2025.
Well, there's a lot to unpack there, but we're going to start with, Cody mentioned to me that he doesn't really look at the points list. He doesn't really care where he is. He just plays golf. I think that's super valuable, at least for me. My first year out here, I knew exactly where I stood, and I would just be so focused and like, oh my God, I got to get top 75. And then I was outside, and then I had to put pressure on myself. And I still do too much looking.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like when I'm inside right now, I'm like 50th, so I feel like there's a little bit of a comfort zone. But then when I'm outside, that pressure builds up, and then it gets to you. So, I mean, how do you do that, and how are you able to, put that aside and just focus on the golf?
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, I don't think either really helps me. Dude, if I just show up and I have the couple things I'm committed to that week and I do my best, and then that's all I can do. Like in the Bahamas, 2023, I was playing pretty good. I went second.
Yeah.
Didn't look at the leaderboards. At all.
Until round 4 is over.
Yeah, Yeah, and then I asked my caddy, how do we do? And, oh, we're in solo second, whatever. And it's like,
you have an idea though, right? You know you're teeing off late, like
Well,
you know
the
you're
tee
playing
times.
well, right? Yeah, so,
yeah.
but you don't know how many back you are, if you're in the lead, or where the cut was, or.
Right. I just,
focus on golf.
I've heard the argument, like, Kobe always knows what the score is. And
Yeah.
For me, it just doesn't help,
That's awesome. I love that. I think a lot of juniors can also take that piece of advice. It's like, go do you. If someone goes down and shoots 65 every single round, they're probably gonna win the golf tournament. If you're playing a junior out here, it sometimes isn't enough.
Well, it's not going to get it done. But yeah, it's just one of those things like, if I go out and I have my personal best week and I lose by 2 to somebody who maybe didn't have their best week, to me, like, I had the better week.
Yeah.
Like my results didn't show it, but,
Yeah.
I learned and I grew the most, and I think that's the most valuable.
That's something I gotta learn from too. So still learning out here. All right, go hit your shot. We'll
Let's
follow
do
you
it.
for the next couple
Let's do it.
swings here.
+1.
+1, so we're at 15, and the wind's going to be like 2 o'clock? 1 o'clock?
Yeah,
2 o'clock?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. It's like a 120. Draw lie. I could probably get away with a drawing 120. 114 +1, so we're at 115 adjusted. A little bit of a draw lie, and the ball's sitting up in this like secondary rough, I guess you would call it. So I'm going to catch it a little high on the face. It's going to launch a little higher with no spin, and it's going to have a tendency to draw here. So I'm kind of looking out towards that left chimney to start it, and wow, how good was that shot? Good swing. And just kind of send it out to the chimney and let the wind and the lie do the rest. Oh.
Whatever that was, just do that more often. So he's been out here for a few years. What's been your favorite stop, or what is your favorite stop on the Korn Ferry Tour?
Gosh, what a question.
I mean, the Bahamas treat you nice. I know that. So.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I think Abaco, if you're fortunate enough to get a host on site, it's the best week ever.
Yeah. I've always been a conditional guy, so I never got into the Bahamas until this year.
What'd
So
you
it was my
think?
first, it was great.
It's
I mean, I missed the
amazing,
cut
dude.
by 1 in both, so a little
Okay.
sour taste. But you know what? We had a nice weekend chilling by the beach. So
What a good time to miss the cut.
Exactly.
Dude, right? If you have to miss a cut, that's
100%.
a good one. Yeah, I would say Ohio's a great golf course. West Coast guy, any Mackenzie course is top of my list. I know Jack kind of went in there and
Scarlet.
yeah.
Yeah.
He put his own personal touch on it.
Look, Brian dropped my head cover. It's
Look
all
at
right.
that. I
That's
don't know.
a
I think
fine.
Omaha's pretty good too.
It's a great test.
Yeah.
Long, hard, long rough.
It's a great golf
You're a
course.
Cali kid, so I mean, I'm in New York, and we grew up with this kind of rough, and that's the same with Omaha.
Absolutely.
But we've heard a lot about your putting. I want
Yeah.
you to walk us through your thoughts on the on the green, what makes you such a good putter, speed control, start line, all that stuff, and I'll let you take over from here.
Okay. Yeah, when it comes to putting, dude, you did the work, right? So it's like, just trust that you're going to hit your line. You did your speed work. Trust that you're going to get your speed down. And then for me, it's just not thinking, right? It's just hit the putt, and the more you can detach from the outcome, the better you're going to putt. And if an 8-footer is 50-50, and we're rolling a ball on grass, which is an imperfect surface, then if I commit to my line and I have decent speed, and the ball doesn't go in, that ideally doesn't bother me. And the more you can get into that mindset, the better you're going to putt. Yeah, so as you walk up, you kind of see the green complex and kind of the basic idea of what you're looking at. I like to look at speed kind of initially. This is downhill. It's a little slippery, it's not too bad. It's clearly going to be left to right to some degree. For me, I like to go below the hole. You can just kind of see the putt better. So I'll get down below the hole, and I like to just kind of gather the data, and then I'll kind of stand over the coin like I'm going to hit the putt and just kind of see where my instinct kind of tells me to hit it. I know a lot of guys hate doing that, and they hate reading a putt from above it. For me, it works. And then from there, I just feel comfortable over it and roll it at my spot. And if it goes in, it goes in. And if not, that's okay too.
Burn.
God, this kid is good, dude.
I thought that was low.
I thought that was short.
Great putt.
I thought that was dead
Good birdie.
Yeah,
Hey,
low
hey.
to these guys, dude.
Nice putt. Nice putt. Low and short of dead center.
Nice, Bernett.
All right, Nicolo.
Break it all.
Oh, hang.
Oh, dead center.
Get on the board, boy.
Just like that.
Best
took
putter I
7
know.
holes to get on the board.
Best
that's all.
putter I know. Unbelievable.
Well, we can close it out with you rolling the dice because that was a sweet putt. So
That's true. Let's go get the dice.
thanks for the insight. But yeah, let's go roll those dice and see how much money you
Get
just
on
made.
the board, baby. Come on.
Thanks.
I kind of tried to be like that.
Oh no.
3?
Oh, it's the worst roll ever,
That's the worst
dude.
you can get.
Oh, the old 2-1. That's as bad as it gets. At least double ones would have been a double.
6,
6 downhill.
224, 218. I think it's a 5-iron.
All right, let's hit some chips from long here in this long rough. This is what I grew up in, so it's a little bit more comfortable than the Bermuda. The grass is your friend. Use it. Use the grass to let the club stop. So, like in here, the grass, this ball's sitting down. I'm just gonna hold it a little bit lighter, longer back, and then just let that club just drop on the ball. It should just pop straight up in the air. Roll out. So I needed like another foot, and that's perfect. So right at that bunker?
Right at that bunker. It's down, just a touch off the left.
Oh, you know it? 3% juice every time? Yeah. With a driver. Yeah. Oh, with a driver or what? I think they added
I don't think I realized you were Speedy Gonzalez.
I'm gonna get my trainer right here, bud. It's working out too much. Last hole of the day, playing 9 holes today. This birdie game, I think I'm in the net positive right now, but I'd like to get one more roll at it. So, little right to lefter, uphill, let's roll it in center. Whoa.
It doesn't break that much.
You've had 3 rolls.
Oh my God.
Baloney. Can't get that on.
That bounced to the right.
What a good putt, man.
Oh, well done.
Great putt, dude.
That's not great. Hey, good work. Hey, sorry, my pencil's in my hand.
It's all good.
Enjoyed it, Ryan. Enjoyed it.
Continue. Have a good
Yeah,
one.
you too.
Good luck.
Oh, Cody gets to roll. No. You roll it first. You roll it first. Uh-oh.
Come on.
1 and 5.
All right, 5. That's good. At least you owe me $7. Hey, nice meeting you.
I think I did finish last.
All right, Cody.
Actually play kind of quick.
Enjoyed it. Yeah, of
fun.
course.
Yeah, have a great
Enjoy the back 9. All right, Nicolo.
Enjoyed it.
Nothing special.
Nothing special. Come on. And 1-2. Let's just all have fun.
4-2.
I'll take that.
Wait.
21.
18, 15, 8.
No, you got 16 before.
I had 15, I'm pretty sure. I had 11 and 4.
16?
No, I had 11 and 5. You're right. No, I had 16.
Yeah,
So 21, 18,
22.
Manny.
20, what do you have? 22? 22, 18, 15, 8. All right, someone do the math. I think I lost like $5. Doing a little bit of practice, doing a distance control drill. We're at 50 feet here. I have 0 lives remaining, so I have to get all 3 inside that gap, past the front, and not too far where it hits the stick. Last one, 50 feet. Oh, too far. Start over.
Good start.
Every time you make it, you get a life. If you ever lose your life, you gotta start over. So we're trying to get from 10 to 50 feet downhill and then uphill.
Oh, I thought that was going in. I stopped looking at it.
That was crazy. All right, save my best reef last. Completed. All right, Death Star. As you guys know, it is 12 putts around the hole, 4, 5, 6 feet. And you gotta make all 12 in a row.
Good one, James.
Let's go do some short game, some wedges.
Okay.
Let's go start with some wedges in the range.
Okay. Too steep then? Okay.
So I don't know. I'm gonna play around with it right now and see. But
just an idea.
Kind of chunking them a little bit, so we're gonna try to not chunk them, and we'll figure out what the deal is. Jim, I was texting my coach. He said, tee up, ball half-inch off the ground, hit 20 consecutive shots without touching the ground, and then the next 10 balls lower the tee, then lower the tee until you're just brushing the ground.
I put it on the tee. Like I did.
Brian is my coach now too. All right, I'll show you guys this real quick. I mean, you might be able to zoom in, but I'll overlay this. But this is from the course today. You can see my head and the takeaway goes so down. So now I've got to jump up to get it, and I don't make it all the way up there. This was from just now. I'm still dipping a little bit, but at least I'm staying a little bit taller. So the goal is to like stay tall so I have more room at the bottom and I don't have to like get jammed. So this is where I keep all my stats and all my ball speeds and carry distances and wedge games tests. So now we're doing a wedge game. We need to hit all these numbers within 3 yards. So if it's a 70-yard shot, we gotta be within from 67 to 73. If we hit it on the first try, we get a check. And if we don't, it's from last week or a couple weeks ago, you put an X down and then you get a total number of shots. So 23, 13 targets. So we're gonna go 15 shots total. We're gonna see how close we can get.
40.
40.
41. Oh, that's good. Really good.
Good.
41.
Good shot. 90.
90. 87.
Okay. 45.
45.
Pretty good.
43.
Yeah, good.
I'm not gonna work. I want to work out today because I want to I'm teeing off tomorrow morning. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah.
Tomorrow we're not till 2:15.
No, I'm saying for Thursday. I usually at least 24 hours. 24 hours by the last time I work out to when my tea time is. So if I'm Thursday afternoon, Wednesday afternoon. So since I'm Thursday morning, I want to work out Thursday morning. But Wednesday morning.
Wednesday morning.
That's what I'm saying. So, but I tee off at 8:15. So I'd want to work out early, but I was planning on sleeping in until 9. So I'm gonna see how this feels.
Okay.
No, I'd rather work out today. Yeah. But I'm just gonna see how this feels. I might just go to the gym, now. But I gotta get groceries and we'll see. That's the thing. Working out on the road, I feel like there's always an excuse or something that gets in the way. Maybe it's not an excuse, but.
Get an Instacart account and tell them to have them shop for you.
I can't. No, they always pick the worst stuff. 79. It's in the 3.
Good work.
10,000 spin. gonna throw one more. This is a perfect opportunity. I mean, if you guys want to see me do certain things or have any questions about certain things, drop a comment. Let me know what you want to see more of in these videos, whether it's how-tos or more preparation videos or more shots on course, whatever it might be. Just comment. I'm honestly doing this for you guys. So let me know what you want to see and we'll try to produce more of that.